Okay, today is March 2nd, 2014. Let's take a look at a couple stock before trading resume tomorrow. First of all, let's take a look at NQ. We all know by now that the market kind of sold off in the mid-afternoon, and we saw NQ kind of take a dramatic drop, and you can see that on the daily chart here, we're looking at this 1850. It booked this 1850, a few days ago, and start squeezing it up, and then it got a nice run for the last 4 days. And today, last Friday, it's kind of hovering and sort of consolidating. Right? And if we switch over to the 5 minute intraday chart here, you can see this, it's kind of flatlining up here, right? And then here's the action start when it's kind of broke down between this, 2120 here, when it broke below that. And notice the time here is about 3 o'clock New York time. And here's this little tick mark. This is where trading got halted for 5 minutes before it resumed because that the drop, the percentage, that kind of triggered that, that little pause there. Okay. And you can see how quickly that it dropped down, and then it kind of bounced back with some erratic price action, although the volume is fairly heavy. Right? And because if we look at, remember, let's take a look at this right here. This is 3 o'clock. And if we look at the SPY, right, okay, here's the spider, the S&P 500 ETF. Stop breaking down right here somewhere around 135. And here's 3 o'clock. Okay, it's already down here at 3 o'clock. Right? So, so the NQ kind of got a little delay action, although maybe some of it is might be related to whatever caused the market to sell off, maybe some sale program come in. But certainly with this kind of price drop, something is happening, something has changed. Right? So you have to pay attention to these kind of stuff. And right now, I was in a position and I got stop out up here at this somewhere around 2150. That's where I placed my stop. So I took my profit and luckily it hit that and came down, hit my stop before this big sell-off just roaming through here. Okay, so right now, if one is still holding a stock, and the key level that we need to see for NQ to hold is this 1850. If we break this 1850, we definitely do not want to see it come down to get below this level here, this low here, which is the 1713. If it does, that means something is not right with this particular stock, and it could you conceivably come down to test these pivot low level here, somewhere around 1561, 1425. And let's say it is just a kind of little shakeout and kind of shake out the weak hand, and it will resume to continue its upward trend, ultimately toward this maybe take out another high. Then first of all, we probably will see maybe a little bit of resistance up here, okay, somewhere around this level. That's what I would kind of keep an eye on for possible resistance somewhere around this 2260. Then if we could take out that resistance, then I'd be looking at maybe somewhere the next level of resistance somewhere around up here, which is also near the 2410. And that resistance is taken out, then definitely there's a good chance that it might come up and try to put in a new high, or at least come up and test this previous high somewhere around the 2590. So that's NQ, and right now I do not have a position on NQ. And let's take a look at a couple stock that might be worthwhile watching next week. And one of them I posted a chart on there is Morgan Stanley. And if you take a look at Morgan Stanley, we sort of have this double bottom formed here, and here's the pivot of that double bottom. And I'm basically watching the price to get above this level here, because this is also a little bit of an inside bar, and it did pop over, above that on last Friday. So I'd be looking at the possibility of maybe entering a swing long here. So I'll be watching it the next couple of days to see how's the price action. Because if it did come up and be basically looking at the possibility for it to maybe come up and fill this price gap here. And if we could fill this price gap, then I'd be looking at for it to maybe possibly get up and put in a new high, or at least come up and test that high there. Okay. Then the other one is Goldman Sachs. Also, Goldman Sachs seems to be form some sort of a bottom, or found at least some bottom here. And also notice that when it came down here, it kind of popped right up pretty quickly. So that tells me that there's certainly some conviction here from the buyer. And if I see it move about this particular price level, which is somewhere around it would be 167.82. So if we could get up to that, 167.85 or so, and if we close above that, then I'd be maybe taking a look at possibility of maybe there's enough of a conviction on the long side to take it up to at least come up and fill this little gap here. Okay. So that's between this 172, 172.40. 42 to this high here, 174.64. If you could fill this gap, then next level would be maybe somewhere up here as this 175, 176. Right. So it would be this 175.71. Okay. And if we could take that out, then we'd be basically looking at these possibility up here. Okay. And that's basically what I will be watching on Goldman Sachs. Then the couple other one on the auto manufacturers, take a look at GM. There's people kind of keeping an eye on GM also. I'm basically looking for it to get above this level here. It certainly, came down, got this little pivot come up here. And it's kind of consolidating here. Right, so I want to see, kind of take out this level here. And if it could, that'd be basically looking for it to come up to somewhere around this 39. Then the possibility of getting up to this 41 and the 42. Okay. Then finally, let's take a look at Ford Motor Company. Ford Motor has also kind of been basing out here. Once it came down on this, got a nice little, held this bottom nicely and kind of come up. Found a little resistance for a little while and it broke too. So right now, I'm basically looking forward to, get above these level here. If we could get above this 1550, which is also the 50-day moving average, then there's a good possibility that this thing might want to run and come up and fill this gap here. If it come up and fill this gap, then the next gap will be essentially try to fill this guy here. So these are possibility, and and then we'll go from there. Maybe possibly we'll take it up here, and progressively come up and try to take out that 18 level. But right now, essentially looking for a close about 1550. Then take a look at that and see where that will take us, because here the MACD is also looking pretty good. So those are some of the stock that might be worthwhile keeping an eye on, and good luck on your trading next week.